Hey guys, I got a new video for you today, and we're going to be looking at the new Preon P1 flashlight from Foursevens. This particular one is in the limited edition solid copper finish, and I've always been interested in testing out a solid copper finish flashlight because I've heard that the oils in your hands and your fingers will cause it to change colors and patina and kind of make it your own. I was pretty lucky to be able to pick up one of these from them at Blade Show a couple weeks ago. So the new body for the P1 actually has this ribbing through it, which makes it feel really awesome in your hand. It's really fun to play with, and it also has the ability to change through different configurations. Now, from the factory, this comes set up in the second configuration, which is low and high. So this is the box that it comes with, and as you guys can see here, the max output on one AAA battery is going to be 100 lumens, and the minimum output is going to be 5 lumens. So again, from the factory, it comes set up to be able to cycle through those two modes, which is great for EDC flashlights, but you have up to 6 different configurations that you can set up this flashlight to be able to use. So there's quite a few modes, so depending on what it is that you want, you can actually set up the flashlight to work on those particular modes, whether it is you want 1, 2, 3, or you want all the modes that the flashlight will go ahead and offer you. So let me go ahead and open up the box so you guys can see inside. Now, here is the flashlight itself. Obviously, I have already been carrying it, so when you receive it from the factory, it actually does come in a plastic sleeve so that, again, none of the oils or anything, nobody handling it will start to patina and change colors until you actually open it up and handle it yourself. So that is the flashlight there, and I don't know if you guys can see up here, but it does come with a AAA battery there. And then underneath here, you also have an operator's manual. Now, I do recommend with this particular flashlight to read through the manual because, again, it is going to show you how to cycle through the different configurations and also what each particular configuration is going to encompass. So as you guys can see there, configuration 1 is going to be high, 2 is going to be high and low, 3 is going to be high and strobe, so, and then so forth and so on. So you can actually go up to configuration 5, which is going to give you all the modes that the flashlight offers, which is low, medium, high, strobe, SOS, beacon high, and beacon low. So again, from the factory, it comes set up with configuration 2, which is high and low. And let me go ahead and show you guys the flashlight. So again, this is a smaller size flashlight. This is great for EDC, especially if you want something that's going to be very lightweight, minimal in size, but it does pump out 100 lumens, which is really nice. And again, there's that ribbing that I was telling you that goes through the whole body of the flashlight. It feels really, really nice in your hand. It's really nice to play with and touch it and mess around with it. And again, especially this solid copper finish, because the more you play with it, the more the oils in your fingers are going to cause it to patina and change colors and make it more your own. So you have this really sturdy pocket clip right here, which is really awesome because you're not going to have to worry about the flashlight falling out of your pocket. And again, because it is so small, you don't want it to go ahead and do that. So you have your tail cap switch here. It's both a momentary and a constant on, which is really nice. And then the business end over here in the head. Now, by way of comparison, because a lot of people do know what this particular flashlight looks like, this is the Streamlight Micro Stream, and this is pretty much what is going to be kind of the rival to this flashlight. So as you guys can see, size wise, it is a little bit smaller, but it's obviously going to be putting out a lot more light than the Streamlight Micro Stream will, and again, a lot of different modes. So both of them running off of one AAA battery. So let me go ahead and unscrew the head here, and I'll put a battery inside. You do have a clear O-ring right there, which is going to seal it, make it waterproof. So I just have a battery right here. Again, this is one AAA battery, which is very readily accessible. They're very cheap, so you can go ahead and buy a bunch of them and always have batteries for your flashlight, and you're good to go. So like I mentioned, the tail cap is both momentary and constant. So right now, as you guys can see, I'm cycling through the 2 different modes. So again, this is your low of 5 lumens, and then your high of 100 lumens. I can go ahead and click on, and it is your constant on. Click off, and then click back on. Again, a constant at 100 lumens. And again, I think they went ahead and shipped them out with that particular configuration because I think the majority of people, those are the modes that they're going to be using as far as EDC. Every day you're going to need a high mode to, get a lot of light, and then a low mode to, just maybe look for your keys if they fall or something like that, and you're good to go. Now, reading through the manual, this will tell you that in order to go ahead and access the different configurations to do the modes, basically all you have to do is you have to quickly tap the tail cap switch here 10 times, and then it'll actually start flashing. So I'll go ahead and show you guys how that works. So you just basically start tapping it really quickly, and as you guys see there, it's flashing. So it's going to flash and it's going to tell you which modes are on. So if you guys can see there, it's flashing 5. So if I turn it off and turn it back on very quickly, it'll go to the next configuration. So again, this is 5. So if I turn it on and turn it back off, it should flash 6 times. Oh no, it went back to mode 1. So now it's in configuration 1. All right, so if I turn it off and turn it back on, it should flash twice. So 1, 2, there it is. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So let's say I wanted to leave it in the third configuration. Once you get to that, then all you have to do is turn the flashlight off and leave it off for 5 seconds. And then when you start to use the flashlight again, it should be in that configuration. So we left it off on configuration 3. So as you guys can see there, it's high and strobe. So now when I turn it on, it should be high. There it is. Turn it off, turn it on, and then strobe. High, strobe. So there it is. So as you guys can see, it is very easy to switch through those different configurations. So depending on what it is that you're going to be needing, you might just need high, so you can leave it on configuration 1. And then later on, maybe your situation changes and you want a couple different modes, maybe 4, which is low, medium, high, and strobe. So again, if I wanted to go ahead and change it back to the original one, which is configuration 2, just cycle through the modes 10 times very quickly. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I turn it off, turn it on again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1. So now it's back to 1. So now 1, 2. Let's see. 1, 2. There it is. So I'll turn it off, and then I'll leave it off for 5 seconds. And then again, it should go back to the default configuration, which is high and low. So we'll test that out. So low, high, low, high. So there it is. It's back to configuration 2, which is the one that comes from the factory. So again, it is very, very easy to go ahead and switch to those different configurations and set up the flashlight to do exactly what you want. And that's what I like, because I don't use a lot of the different modes like beacons and SOS and stuff like that. I don't usually use that in my smaller EDC flashlights, so I kind of hate to have to cycle through those modes unnecessarily. So this solves that issue, and it looks really, really nice. Again, this solid copper finish is great. I can't wait to see what colors this is going to turn based on how much I handle it and stuff like that. So again, this is the new Preon P1 from Foursevens. This is a 1 AAA battery flashlight. It's giving you a low of 5 lumens and a high of 100 lumens. I think this is based on the light output, the ease of battery use, and the ease of changing through the different configuration modes, is a great EDC flashlight. Let me know if you guys have any questions.